Hey guys, KRX50 here with my hauls for July 5th, 2015, plus the weekly updates. So to start, you can see that there are a lot of things here that are probably going to be unfamiliar to most of you, or to at least some of you. And that's because I am going to take my own advice and start branching out on what kinds of toys I review. Specifically, I'm going to be branching out to different series. And we'll get to that once we start off and just kind of go through what's here. So, starting with the first thing on the left, we have the new Otonin series San Surfer Maru from Shuriken Sentai Ninja. This is the third extra Otonin, which is a submarine in one mode and surfer in the other. Can combine with Shurikenjin to form Shurikenjin Surfer, but can also combine with Bison King to form Bison King Surfer. So we'll be taking a look at that pretty soon. Moving this off to the side, we take a look at all of this, which is toys from Yokai Watch. So, if any of you guys are gamers and watched some of the videos from this year's E3, Nintendo had a debut video and some treehouse videos for the video game Yokai Watch, which is going to be coming to the States this holiday season. And the series also has an associated anime series, which will also be coming over to the United States, getting localization. And so what I'm going to do is, the thing is that this series is incredibly popular in Japan, with a popularity even rivaling Pokemon. And it is pretty similar to Pokemon in that it has that kind of catch-em-all collectible aspect. But in this case, it actually has a physical collectible aspect in terms of these little coins here called Yokai Medals. So, starting off, we have the titular Yokai Watch, or in this case, the deluxe Yokai Watch. This is the device used by the protagonist here, called Keita in Japan. It will be called Nate in the US. He uses them to use these medals to summon the yokai, and yokai are these kind of spirits that, when they're around, cause different things to happen and usually inconvenience people. So, it's Keita's goal to solve people's problems and befriend the yokai, thus getting their yokai medals. And that's kind of the big collectible gimmick here, is the medals that work with the Yokai Watch. So this includes the Yokai Watch itself and 2 yokai medals. But, as you can see here, it can work with about 220 yokai medals. So it has different songs, as there are 8 different tribes. And here are just some examples of some of the yokai that can be found. Here we've got Meramalayan, QB, and Tonobono. I'll go over what these two on the front are. You can also see that it has the Shokan mode, or summon mode, and Tanchi mode, which is the search mode. It also shows you the different things you can do with the yokai medals, which I'll go over during the review. And right next to it is the second version of the Yokai Watch, the deluxe Yokai Watch Type Zero Shiki, or Type 0. So this is the second Yokai Watch. That was made to be a little bit more old-fashioned, in that instead of being a sleek kind of digital watch, this is more of an old clockwork watch, with a bezel on the side that is used for the gimmick, where with the original Yokai Watch you just insert the medals to summon. For this one you have to insert the medal, then turn this little knob here over to the 1, then over to the 2. It includes a second kind of yokai medal, which are Z medals. These ones come in clear green, and only work with the Type 0 Shiki. You can see that, like the first one, this has a search mode, and has a Shokan mode and search mode, and 8 songs, though this one has instrumental versions, whereas the original has lyric versions. You can also see here that this actually can read 2 types of yokai medals, and I'll go over those in a little bit. And of course you can do the other things with the yokai medals as you can do with the originals. Third is the Yokai Pad. This is kind of like the Yokai Watch equivalent of the Pokédex, where this is kind of used to keep track of all different yokai and look them up. This one includes 2 more Z-Medals, but this can read over 380 Yokai Medals, as can read the regular medals, the Z-Medals, and this third kind over here, which are called Koten Medals or Classic Medals, and I'll get to those soon. So this one is basically like a tablet with various applications. They've got 15 in all, and some of them are used for keeping track and looking up the yokai, but there are also some utility ones, like a clock, or a watch, a calendar, calculator, and schedule. And so we'll also look at that. And last but not least, we have these 2 boxes containing 12 packs of Yokai Medals. So the thing with Yokai Medals is that in Japan, they are not sold in specific sets. Rather, they are usually sold in a randomized fashion, either through these packs, or through gachapon capsules, or other means. So, to start, I've bought these 2 boxes of Yokai Medal packs, with 2 more on the way. So first, we have the Yokai Medal 0 Z Second. This is the second wave of Z-Medals. And so, each set contains 20 different medals that you can possibly get. And I'll go over which ones I got when I review them. Then, we have the first set of Yokai Medal 0 Koten Medals. These are Koten Medals, also known as Classic Medals, which contain the actual yokai from Japanese folklore, such as the Rokuro Kubi, the Kappa, or Hitotsume Kuzo. And, no, these are very Japanese names, so I will, of course, go over what they mean when I take a look at them. And that's actually kind of the reason why you can see that these are all already opened. It's because for Yokai Watch, a lot of the names in the original are very Japanese, with Japanese puns for a lot of names, and a lot of times you'll also see kanji on the medals. And because kanji is not my strongest suit, I unboxed them so I could basically have an idea of which medals are which when I get to them. And I didn't want to have a situation where I'm unboxing them and have a yokai that I can't name because I can't read its name. The other thing is that for yokai, sometimes actually you're going to have to get an explanation of the names because they're basically puns both within the name and visually. There's also that. But yeah, as you can see, I now have this large bag containing all the different Z medals and Koten medals. And so I'll review each set on its own. With that out of the way, let's get to the weekly updates. So, as far as the banner and icon contest goes, unfortunately this time it was a bit of a bust, but I'm going to keep it going until I get some kind of entries, because over the last week there wasn't anybody who participated, but I just want to let you guys know that it's still going. And I guess it's probably actually going to be the kind of thing where, because I didn't really get any because I didn't get any participants over the last week, I think it's probably just going to be the kind of thing where it might just be a permanent thing, or just take any submissions I get and just switch them out on occasion. Yeah, but I definitely do want to see some submissions, but I'm definitely going to be able to just kind of let this kind of be a thing that doesn't have that much of a timeline or like a due date, but something that just will keep going and where I'll just be accepting submissions and using them. As for the weekly schedule, I've gotten things a little bit more sorted out. So I've decided that with myself branching out, I'm also going to put some variety in the weekly schedule, not making it a case where I have like a week of Kamen Rider reviews or a week of Super Sentai reviews. I want to do at least 3 reviews a week, and each review is going to be of a different series. When possible. If I run into a case where I have too much of one thing and like not enough of anything else, then I might have to do 2 reviews from the same series, but I'm going to try not to. So, just bring up my phone and see this week's review schedule, which is for Tuesday I'm going to be reviewing Surfer Maru. On Thursday, the review will be the WAP 05 Wizard Flame Dragon, and for Saturday will be the Deluxe Yokai Watch. And of course I will also post this to Facebook. And speaking of Facebook, this week I covered some things from the Tokyo Toy Fair 2015. I have covered 2 galleries containing what Bandai had to show, and then 1 gallery containing what Takara-Tomy had to show. So you can go over to my Facebook page and check that out. I also have managed to, though not directly after the reviews came out, I have managed to upload the galleries for my reviews of the Deluxe Shift Rideron and the Moment Ninja Shuriken. So you can take a look at those as well. And with the next 2 reviews and going into the future, I'm going to try to make it a thing where I make a review and upload both it and the photo gallery on the same day so that you guys don't have to wait for it and be uncertain of when it's going to come. And this is not the only thing I'm going to be branching out to. I have realized that there was something in my past that I abandoned, and I did some thinking about it and realized why I stopped reviewing that stuff. And it's another thing where it's something I'm reviewing in anticipation for a new series. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is just yet, but it is something that is dear to my heart, is important to me, and is something I think that you guys will probably be a bit surprised to see coming back. I can tell you just yet, you'll have to look forward to my next Holidays video to see what it is. But look forward to it, as there's gonna be a new spin on things. And whether or not that was a clue, well, that's for you to figure out. But that's it for now. So please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/KRX50, and check out my channel for more videos. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.